Welcome to Liberty Coin Quest. Welcome treasure hunters and coin lovers. Today we're diving into the world of the most valuable and rare USA bicentennial Liberty 1-cent coins, tiny pieces of copper that could be worth millions of dollars. These aren't just ordinary pennies, they're secrets of history, hidden treasures, that could turn an everyday coin in your pocket into a life-changing fortune. Stay tuned because what I'm about to reveal might just make you look at every penny in your hand. In a whole new way, let's get started. Part 1, First Coin 2008. The world of coins hides secrets that many collectors spend their entire lives chasing. And sometimes, the smallest piece of metal can carry a story that changes someone's destiny. Among the treasures that fascinate collectors and historians alike are the rare USA bicentennial coins, and when whispers spread about the elusive 2008 Liberty 1-cent bicentennial rarity, imaginations run wild. These aren't just pieces of currency. They're fragments of history, symbols of American pride, and in certain cases, tickets to unimaginable wealth. For many, the penny is overlooked, dismissed as insignificant, barely worth bending down to pick up. Yet in the world of numismatics, that 1-cent coin can be the very item that brings fortune. The idea of a 2008 bicentennial Liberty 1-cent coin being tied to incredible value isn't just about the number stamped on the surface. It's about the stories, errors, and mysteries that make specific coins unlike any others. Every misprint, every limited strike, every anomaly transforms a humble cent into a collector's dream. When people hear the word bicentennial, their minds often drift back to 1976, the grand celebration of America's 200th birthday. Quarters, half dollars, and dollars were struck with patriotic designs to honor that historic milestone. But the legend of bicentennial coins didn't stop there. Over the years, special strikes, experimental mints, and collector editions gave rise to the mythos that certain coins, though ordinary in appearance, hold extraordinary value by the time 2008 rolled around. Whispers about rare Liberty cent pieces began surfacing, creating a buzz in the coin community like never before. What makes the 2008 Liberty bicentennial cent so captivating isn't simply its date or its imagery. It's the belief that some pieces were struck in extremely limited numbers, possibly as test strikes or error coins, and never meant to reach public hands. This secrecy fuels the allure. Imagine owning something that wasn't just minted for circulation, but slipped through the cracks of history. A treasure you could hold in the palm of your hand, worth far more than its weight in copper. Collectors often say that rarity is king. The rarer the coin, the more irresistible it becomes to those who seek it. With the bicentennial Liberty 1-cent, rarity isn't just about numbers, it's about survival. How many of these elusive pieces actually exist today? Were they hidden in plain sight? Passed unknowingly from hand to hand, used to buy a stick of gum, or dropped into a jar of loose change? The possibility that an everyday coin in someone's pocket might secretly be worth millions makes the hunt endlessly thrilling. One of the most gripping aspects of these rare coins lies in their errors. Imagine a penny struck with a doubled image of Liberty's profile, or a misaligned design where the edges blur into the rim, giving it a ghostly appearance. Some coins might even bear the wrong composition, a leftover blank planche from another denomination, used by mistake. These error coins often fetch staggering sums, and the 2008 bicentennial Liberty cents are rumored to exist in such strange and beautiful forms. The market for rare coins is unlike any other, unlike stocks or gold, where values rise and fall in predictable rhythms. The worth of a rare coin is dictated by passion, scarcity, and demand. A collector who has been searching for years will pay almost anything to finally add that missing piece to their collection. This is why tales of the bicentennial Liberty penny being sold for hundreds of thousands, or even millions, don't sound far-fetched. To the right buyer, it's not just a coin, it's the crown jewel of their numismatic kingdom. History tells us that America's pennies have always carried symbolic power, from the wheat ears of the early 20th century to the Lincoln Memorial and later the Union Shield. Each design reflects the nation's evolving story. The Liberty-themed bicentennial versions connect back to a deeper idea: freedom, endurance, and the passing of centuries. Owning such a coin is like holding a slice of American legacy, a piece of a nation's heartbeat struck into metal. Think about the thrill of discovery. A person could find one of these pennies tucked in an old jar left by a grandparent or buried in the soil. During a casual afternoon of metal detecting, that single moment, the glint of copper in the dirt, or the realization that an old cent in your pocket is no ordinary coin could change your life forever. The stories of overnight millionaires, born from rare coin discoveries, aren't fiction. They're real. And they spark the fire of possibility in collectors. Worldwide, of course, skepticism follows such claims. People wonder, how can a coin worth 1 cent suddenly become worth millions? The answer lies in uniqueness, just as a rare painting or a historic document can command astronomical prices. So too can a coin that bridges rarity and historical symbolism. The bicentennial Liberty cents of 2008 are said to occupy that golden space, part history, part mystery, and wholly irresistible. But rarity isn't only about money. These coins also carry emotional and cultural weight. They remind Americans of a shared past, of celebrations and struggles, of liberty itself for a collector. It isn't just the glitter of wealth, but the feeling of being a guardian of history that makes these coins priceless. When you hold one in your hand, you don't just feel copper and metal. You feel the weight of centuries, whispering their stories. The allure of these coins has led to entire communities forming around them. Online forums, conventions, auctions, and private sales are alive with speculation, debate, and excitement about which pennies are genuine, how many might still exist, and who has managed to acquire them. Collectors trade not just coins, but dreams driven by the belief that they might one day stumble upon that once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And while the market value of these coins is staggering, the emotional value is equally compelling. Some families pass down rare coins as heirlooms, treasures that carry not only monetary worth, but the essence of heritage. Imagine inheriting a bicentennial Liberty cent and realizing that your family's keepsake is not only priceless in sentiment, but worth millions in cold, hard cash. Such stories elevate these coins from collectibles to legends. It is this blend of myth and reality that makes the 2008 Liberty bicentennial cent so captivating. Whether it's the whispered rumors of hidden tests, strikes, the confirmed reports of rare error pieces, or the sheer imagination of collectors, the story grows larger than life. Every year that passes without another discovery only adds to the mystery, inflating both the value and the excitement surrounding them. In the end, these coins aren't just about wealth. They're about wonder. They remind us that the smallest things often hold the greatest power, and that treasures might be hiding in plain sight. The next time you glance at a penny, ask yourself, is it just 1 cent, or could it be the fortune that turns your life upside down? The story of the bicentennial Liberty penny proves that, in the world of coins, even the humblest object can be a golden key to destiny. And while the market value of these coins is staggering, the emotional value is equally compelling. Some families pass down rare coins as heirlooms, treasures that carry not only monetary worth, but the essence of heritage. Imagine inheriting a bicentennial Liberty cent and realizing that your family's keepsake is not only priceless in sentiment, but worth millions in cold, hard cash. Such stories elevate these coins from collectibles to legends. It is this blend of myth and reality that makes the 2008 Liberty bicentennial cent so captivating. Whether it's the whispered rumors of hidden tests, strikes, the confirmed reports of rare error pieces, or the sheer imagination of collectors, the story grows larger than life. Every year that passes without another discovery only adds to the mystery, inflating both the value and the excitement surrounding them. In the end, these coins aren't just about wealth. They're about wonder. They remind us that the smallest things often hold the greatest power, and that treasures might be hiding in plain sight. The next time you glance at a penny, ask yourself, is it just 1 cent, or could it be the fortune that turns your life upside down? The story of the bicentennial Liberty penny proves that in the world of coins, even the humblest object can be a golden key to destiny. Part 2, the next coin, 2005 history. Let's get started. The world of coin collecting has always carried a sense of mystery, allure, and the promise of hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Among all the categories of coins that excite collectors, the United States bicentennial coins hold a special place in history. While the original bicentennial celebration centered around the 1976 designs, countless myths, variations, and rare mint errors across later years, including coins from the early 2, like the 2005 1-cent coin, have fueled speculation of unimaginable value. These stories grow even bigger. When we think of coins labeled as rare, Liberty coins, which have gained a reputation for being both elusive and staggeringly expensive, when discovered in pristine condition, imagine for a moment finding a simple, copper-colored penny in your pocket change, only to later realize it is not just an ordinary coin, but a once-in-a-lifetime treasure worth millions. This is the dream that fuels thousands of collectors and treasure hunters across the United States and beyond. The narrative surrounding bicentennial pennies from the early two has captured imaginations because, while they were struck for everyday circulation, anomalies and special variations mean some of them carry values no one could have predicted. It's this element of mystery that makes them so fascinating and desirable today. What makes these coins truly captivating is the dual identity they possess. On one hand, they are standard 1-cent coins, often overlooked and dismissed as mere pocket change. On the other hand, in rare cases, minting errors, misstrikes, and unique features transform them into symbols of fortune. Collectors are willing to pay incredible amounts for coins that might appear ordinary to the untrained eye. A bicentennial-related 2005 Liberty coin, for example, with specific errors or proof quality striking, can suddenly skyrocket in value, turning a 1-cent piece into a multi-million-dollar artifact. The fascination with these rare coins also lies in their connection to American history. Bicentennial coins were originally introduced to honor the 200th anniversary of American independence, and that patriotic symbolism has clung to the concept of bicentennial collectibles ever since. Even coins minted after 1976, when linked through name, myth, or design elements, are perceived as carrying the spirit of commemoration. This is why the 2005 pennies with Liberty connections are spoken about as if they bridge the modern world. With the historic spirit of 1776 for many collectors, they represent a living link to America's proud heritage. Condition is everything in the coin collecting world, and with bicentennial-related coins, this rule becomes even more crucial. A penny that has been tossed around in pockets for years will never command the same price as one that has been preserved in mint state condition. Coins graded at the highest levels, flawless and shimmering as if freshly struck, often bring staggering sums at auctions. The record-breaking sales of rare pennies in the past have taught us one thing: never underestimate the power of condition. When it comes to determining a coin's ultimate value, another factor that drives the immense value of these rare bicentennial pennies is scarcity. Millions of pennies are struck each year, but only a handful carry errors or unique features that set them apart when a coin becomes known. As one of only a few in existence, its value immediately escalates into the realm of unimaginable fortune. Collectors compete fiercely for these rarities, often driving prices to astonishing levels. It's not uncommon for a bidding war over such coins to push prices into the millions, turning humble pennies into headline-making treasures. But beyond the financial worth, there is a romantic allure tied to these coins. For many, the thrill is not just about money, but about discovery. The idea that you could find a life-changing fortune in the most unlikely of places, a dusty drawer, a forgotten jar of pennies, or even loose change from a store, is intoxicating. It's this possibility that keeps the legend of bicentennial rare coins alive constantly, drawing new seekers into the fold of coin collecting. Some collectors and historians also emphasize the symbolic meaning of liberty itself. On these coins, the image of liberty has long stood as a representation of freedom, democracy, and resilience in the American story. Owning a rare Liberty penny isn't just about possessing a valuable object. It's about holding in your hand a miniature piece of the American dream. The blend of history, symbolism, and rarity creates an irresistible cocktail of intrigue and desire that few other collectibles can match. Over the years, auction houses and private collectors have witnessed jaw-dropping sales of rare pennies. Stories circulate of coins initially dismissed as worthless, later being appraised at millions of dollars. Such stories inspire people to take a closer look at every coin they encounter. When the term bicentennial is tied to these coins, it amplifies the belief that these pieces are not just ordinary currency, but extraordinary tokens, with the potential to rewrite a person's destiny. The marketplace for these coins is both mysterious and highly competitive. Professional collectors, investors, and passionate hobbyists all converge in a world where knowledge is power. Knowing the details of what makes a coin valuable the mint year, the strike quality. The error marks can mean the difference between stumbling past a fortune and securing a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. In the case of 2005 Liberty Bicentennial coins, being educated about what to look for becomes absolutely crucial. For anyone hoping to uncover wealth, hidden in plain sight adding to the frenzy, is the fact that coins of this nature often attract global attention. It's not just American collectors who are fascinated by bicentennial coins. Enthusiasts around the world seek to add them to their collections. This international demand further fuels their prices, ensuring that the market for rare bicentennial coins remains as hot as ever for the lucky owner of one. This global competition can mean a massive payday. There's also something thrilling about the secrecy that surrounds these coins, because they are so rare. Details about their existence and exact numbers are often wrapped in mystery. This sense of the unknown makes the hunt even more exciting. Are there still undiscovered 2005 Liberty Bicentennial pennies waiting to be found in circulation? Could someone's piggy bank be hiding $1 million treasure? These unanswered questions keep the imagination alive. Skeptics sometimes argue that the hype is exaggerated, but even they cannot deny the powerful market that exists for rare coins. Time and again, auctions prove that people are willing to pay unimaginable sums for these elusive treasures. Whether you believe in the legends or not, the market speaks louder than speculation. The value placed on bicentennial pennies is very real, and the numbers often reach into the millions. Ultimately, the story of the bicentennial rare USA 1-cent coins from 2005 is one of hope, mystery, and opportunity. They remind us that treasure is not always buried deep underground or locked away in vaults. Sometimes it is hiding in plain sight, waiting for someone with a sharp eye and a little bit of luck to discover it. In that sense, these coins are more than money. They are symbols of possibility, whispers of fortune, and keys to dreams that could transform lives overnight. So if you ever come across a 1-cent coin from 2005, or any bicentennial Liberty penny for that matter, hold it up to the light and look closely. You might just be holding history in your hand, and who knows, that tiny copper coin could be your ticket to wealth. Beyond imagination, a symbol of freedom, and a reminder that sometimes the greatest fortunes come from the smallest places. Thanks for watching my video.